everyone, so I am excited about today's video. I have had this idea for a long time to share the things that I love with you guys, and today is that day. So as a busy mom and always on the go, a mom to many children, a wife, lots of hobbies and running around the house and keeping our home and garden, all the list of things that as a stay-at-home mom that I do, there are things, tried and true things that I love and use every single day. So I thought that I would share those with you guys. Being a mom, it is important to take care of ourselves and little small things that can just make our day easier or make us feel good or put together. You know what I'm saying? So those things I just think are important. So I'm excited to share my tried and true list of things with you guys. All of these are super affordable. If you've been around here a long time, you know I shop on a budget and I love to be thrifty. All of these are super affordable. The first thing that I want to share with you guys is comfy clothes. So as you saw at the beginning of this video, I am constantly, moving around, picking up toys, folding laundry, running outside to do some outside chores real quick. Comfy clothes make all the difference. And if they are super cute, it is even better. So today's outfit was sent to me by SEMARO. It is an Amazon fashion, so you can find all of this on Amazon. And I will have a link in the description box below, but I want to show it up close to you guys. So I am loving this. Like I said, I love super comfy clothes and that can be stylish and cute and that I can move around in and, my midriff doesn't end up showing, you know what I'm saying? So first I've got this button up white shirt. It does come in other colors. I just kind of have it half tucked right now, but fully tucked in is super cute. And then I've got these very comfy pants on. So these are high-waisted, they are flowy, super, super comfortable. Honestly, it just feels like I'm in pajama pants, but they're not. They're cute for going out, wearing to church, and they have pockets, which as a mom to many little kids, I am always given a handful of little trinkets and I stick them in my pocket. So pockets are a must for me. So I am loving this outfit. It is roomy, flowy, and super comfortable. I could tuck the whole shirt in. I just did a little half tuck to be a little extra flare today. There we go. So this would be a perfect outfit for honestly any occasion. Dress it up, dress it down. I will have the links in the description box below. So the next item that I absolutely love, and at this point I have quite a collection of fun big earrings. Most of my earrings are not expensive at all. I find them anywhere from $1 to $15. I really don't like to spend a lot of money. I find them from various places. Thrift stores, antique stores. There's an art market that we have around here that I've gotten some really cool earrings from. Temu has some that are very, very cheap. I know some people don't like to shop from Temu, but they do have very good prices on fun earrings. So I often I will be running out the door for wherever we're going. And I'm like, I gotta grab my earrings and put my earrings in. I just do not feel put together or complete until I have my big earrings on. All right, so the next thing that is a must for me is makeup. I enjoy wearing makeup. If I'm leaving the house, I will most definitely have a full face of makeup on. I've always gotten comments over the years, I think especially just being a busy mom with a lot of kids, is like, how are you having time for makeup? I just make time for it because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel put together and just better and kind of ready for the day. I will say over this past summer, I have worn makeup a little bit less. Y'all see that side of me too, because I'm all about being real. And if I'm home and doing work, I probably won't put on makeup. I've gotten to where I'm trying to be a little more sensible. But anyway, so moving on to makeup. Like I said, it really is a must-have for me. So back, a few years ago, it's probably like 5 years ago or so, I wanted to start getting more of a full coverage foundation, just getting a little bit older, and I've got a few spots that I'd like to cover. And I was wearing Clinique for a couple years, and I do really like Clinique's full cover foundation. It's a little bit on the pricier side. It's like $33 a bottle. And then a couple years ago, I was like, I didn't feel comfortable spending that amount of money on makeup just for me. Just trying to stretch the budget for our family. We've got, a lot going on, kids and braces, and wherever I can squeak some dollars out, I will try to do. So I switched over to e.l.f. and I tried this. It's the Camo CC Cream. It is $15, so I'm saving, you know, half. And I really like it. Like, I cannot, like, I don't really see the need for Clinique in comparison to this. With that said, one thing, so the other reason that I really wanted to switch to is having an extra store to stop at is not always on the agenda. I don't like going to multiple different stores. I really just don't have all that time in the world to run errands because I'm taking kids places and stuff. So I was like, well, if I can, you know, chop out going to Ulta, that would be helpful. So you can get this at Walmart. I can add it in my grocery order, and it is, you know, at the pickup whenever I'm getting, you know, all of our regular groceries. So that is helpful. But a tip is if you want to try makeup, because like you can't return makeup after you try it. And if you get the wrong color, that is frustrating. Is Ulta will let you try it. Like you can take it home and try it. And as long as you have used less than, I think it's 20% of it, you can return it. And I have done that because I bought some stuff from them and I did not care for it. And so I returned it, not a problem. So they carry e.l.f. They carry other like, you know, box stores like Walmart, stuff that you would find in Walmart, CoverGirl and all of that. So you can try it at Ulta. And this way, if you don't like it, you can return it. Because like you can't do that at Walmart with used makeup. At least I don't think that you can. I've never tried. But makeup is a must for me. I really am liking e.l.f. foundation. So, and it feels light, like it doesn't feel super caked on. Loving that. Then I always get, I don't have my regular lipstick because I lost it, y'all. I think it's in my purse. I tried looking for it, but I don't want to dump out my purse for all this. Anyways, Marie Claire lipstick. I've gotten a lot of questions. I'm not wearing it right now, but I got a lot of questions about what lipstick I wear. I have found this at Ross, $5.99 for like a pack of 5, but of course you only like 1 or 2 colors, but it's still worth it at the $5.99 price. So good lipstick, good foundation. I love some makeup. Okay, so my next must-have items is a good devotional. And I have 2 that I'm going to share with you guys. So the first one that I'm going to share is the Mom Heart Moments, and this is by Sally Clarkson. And it is just beautifully written. Like it feels real. She shares some personal stories. And I just think that helps. Like just being a mom, we all have hard moments. We are raising children and, you know, I'm not perfect. You know, we have our frustrations and kids, you know, have their moments as well. And this just kind of helps me feel a little more grounded. Just hearing real stories from a mom. I believe she had 4 kids. And she just shares, you know, little clips of her day and what God did. And it is just a beautiful devotional. It is by the day, which I like as well. And then she has just some questions at the end, like, how can you be God's angel messenger this week to someone who's feeling invisible or alone? Just some like challenges too. So I really enjoy this devotional. And then some of y'all might actually remember this one. It is called Unglued Devotional by Lisa Turkhurst. Sorry. I got this at a thrift store for, I don't even remember, like a couple dollars. If I even had to buy this brand new, I totally would. I have read through this. It says imperfect progress in 60 days. And again, she kind of shares the same thing. Like she shares from personal things that she has gone through, how God has redeemed, things that she learned. So it is also, it's listed as day 1 through 60. And I have read through this. I actually have several things like earmarked because those specific days really spoke to me from things that I'm going through. So encouraging, and I will most definitely be reading through this again. So I highly recommend Unglued Devotional. Very, very good. And then of course, a Bible. So I've got my Bible case here. I like having a Bible case so that I can keep, you know, pens and a journal in it, and it's just easier to carry. But this is the Busy Mom Bible, and I like it because it has, so it says, yeah, Busy Mom Bible. It has devotions in it, and it's like if you only have 1 minute, read this. If you only have 5 minutes, read this. I really like that. If you have a little bit more time, read this. So that's just encouraging. I often will actually read like several of them, but this is just a very good Bible. So a good Bible, the Busy Mom Bible. I got that off of Amazon. I did get this at a thrift store, but I'm sure it's on Amazon. And then this I actually got on Amazon as well. So must-haves, Bible, and devotions. So the next item that I want to share with you guys is cookbooks. I have gotten 3 over the past year that I have really been enjoying reading through and learning and trying new recipes. So these are on my list. So the first one is the Essential Home Ground Flour book. I have actually been eyeballing this book for years, and I finally purchased it this year. It is by Sue Becker. If you don't know, she is of Bread Beckers, and it is, you know, freshly milled whole wheat, and she talks just a lot about the health benefits and different recipes. So any bread item that to replace with freshly milled wheat, this is your go-to. So knowledgeable. If you've ever listened to any of her podcasts or videos, so good and encouraging. So I have been doing freshly milled wheat for off and on for a number of years now. I do want to do more, and this book really inspires me and learn to get there. So definitely enjoy that cookbook. Then the next one that I got was The Prairie Homestead by Jill Winger. So she also has a YouTube channel and a podcast and all of that, and I really enjoy the stuff that she shares as well. And these recipes in here are so easy and practical. So I've made her biscuits many times, and she also shares little stories. Can y'all tell I like stories to go along with things? And just practical tips on using fresh garden produce, or, you know, what you can get from a farmer's market, and just some simple switches that you can make as well, as far as just having more whole foods ingredients. So this is a very good cookbook. It says The Prairie Homestead Cookbook, simple recipes for heritage cooking in any kitchen. And like I said, she shares stories of like how she got started, and it's just also an encouraging book as well. Okay, so then the next one is Home and Handmade by Melissa Norris. She also has a YouTube channel and a podcast. And again, she shares stories. So she shares a lot of stuff of how her grandparents cooked, and well, honestly, even her mom, how to stretch a grocery budget. Like, cooking more things from scratch will really save on your grocery budget. And she just shares a lot of, you know, really good tips, good food, great pictures, and again, stories. So this book, this is the most recent one that I have gotten, and I am really loving thumbing through this and choosing some recipes to try out for our family. So good cookbooks. Okay, so since we're in the kitchen, we're just gonna stick along with some kitchen items. And y'all know in the morning, I really enjoy a cup of coffee. So I switched over to Black Rifle coffee a few months ago. I really like it. I was honestly kind of nervous because it just looks like it's going to be a strong cup of coffee. Doesn't this packaging just make you think, man, that is going to give me some caffeine? But it really isn't super strong, and I like that. So this is their Just Black. A few things that I love about it. One, it tastes good. It is roasted in the US, which I really appreciate. A portion of their profits go to veterans, law enforcement, fire, and first responded causes. We actually are getting a few Black Rifle coffee shops in the area too. I haven't been there yet. I don't really go out for coffee too often, but I would like to stop one day and try that out. And it is founded by a veteran, and I just like, we also have a barbecue place here that supports the Wounded Warrior Project. And the food is really good, but we also appreciate supporting companies like this. So Black Rifle coffee, must have. So good. And then if you're gonna have coffee, you need a super cute cup to go with it. So I have a number of Pioneer Woman coffee cups. They're super cute and fun, but I have to say my Piggy cup is one of my favorites. She actually has a couple other designs that I would like to get at some point. There's one with boots. So it's actually a set that you have to get at Walmart. It's 4 of them. It's boots, a chicken, I think a cowgirl hat, maybe a cow. I can't remember what the 4th one is. But then this one was sold separately from the pack of 4, so I got this one. And I've had this for a couple years too. Actually, this was a faith purchase for me. As far as, if y'all have been here for a long time, we went through a pretty hard time with our house situation and trying to move onto our property, and build a homestead was like our goal. Like, we wanted to have gardens and, you know, animals and all of those. And just one day, you know, I was just praying and honestly kind of feeling hopeless. And I've seen these mugs for a number of times, but anyways, I bought this for myself as a reminder for every day because it has a pig on it and it looks country. It's just a reminder to keep my faith and keep my hope in the Lord as far as the desires of our heart to move on to our property. So this was just a little something special to me. And now we are here living on our property, and I still drink out of my piggy cup 9 times out of 10. I also have a Jesus and coffee mug that I swap between those two. But I do grab my piggy cup a lot. So then my next item would be a frother. I don't have it, y'all. And let me tell you why. So I got a cheap frother off of Amazon. It's like $7. I do really like it. I used it a lot, especially for like mixing. I'll do like this tea and sugar sometimes. And then I also have like those powder drinks like Liquid IV and stuff. I really like it because it just blends it super quick than anything I could shake or stir. And I like that it's cheap and affordable. Somebody put it in the sink, kitchen sink full of dishes and dishwater, so it is no longer usable, but it's definitely worth purchasing again. So I do want to add that to my list. And those are just one of the many things that happen in a house full of people. Is there's a lot of hands and a lot of moving things, and sometimes your frother ends up in a sink full of water. Okay, so my next thing is not necessarily an item per se, but it is being creative. I really enjoy creating, making something. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely love being in the garden. Is it is creating almost like a room outside. I just really enjoy gardening. And another thing I enjoy doing is crocheting, any sort of crafting, just something to keep my hands busy. Being creative fuels me, and it is important to me. And actually many of my kids are creative too, so we do a lot of things around here. But one thing that I really enjoy doing is crocheting. So I got this yarn from Joann's a couple months ago. If you know, they're closing their store, so it was on sale. And I got a few spools of yarn. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make another blanket. This is as far as I've gotten, but I will get there. I like having a project started that doesn't need a lot of focus, meaning like watch a tutorial. So something that I can just do from memory or something just helps me whenever I don't have the time like to follow a tutorial, because that just takes more brain power, you know. But sometimes I can just sit there and just crochet a few rounds, and I really like having a project like this always going that I can pick up, especially in the winter months, because you know, it's cold outside and we tend to be inside more. But also I would have to say it's the exact same around here in the summer because it's super hot outside. So I will tend to pick up crocheting projects in the summer and the winter, which is funny. Nathan will say, you know, it's that time of year again, because he notices that he's the one that pointed that out to me, that I start to pick up, you know, little hand projects because we're not outside as much whenever it's super duper hot and super cold. But I really enjoy having something for myself just to make. It's just a creative outlet for me, and it's just something that fuels me up. So my next item, just as important as comfy clothes that are super cute, would be comfortable shoes. So whenever I was pregnant with Kinley, my feet hurt so bad. Like I just ached. And I thought, you know, it was pregnancy related, but it turns out I was just getting older, y'all. I mean, pregnancy obviously played into that. And a friend of mine, actually it's Megan from Pennies and Salt, she's like, Jessica, what shoes are you wearing? And I have always just worn cute sandals, you know, like you get at Ross for, you know, under $20, and I would just have a wide variety of cute sandals. So honestly, this was something that was kind of hard for me because just like my earrings, I really like having cute sandals. So it was important to me. I was like, I need to find some good quality sandals that would be cute enough, because some of the ones that are, you know, for more for comfort and arch support, they're just not that cute. I'm just saying. Anyways, so I really needed to change this one for my health and my feet and just to take better care of myself. And she actually recommended Teva sandals to me. So I've tried a number of different brands at this point, but Teva will always be on my list. And y'all, there's sand on them because we were at the beach yesterday and this is what I wore. Just keeping it real around here. I did bang them off, but it's all stuck in. Well, this is just what y'all are getting now. So Teva sandals, I actually probably buy at least two pairs a year because I wear these every single day. They are cute enough, honestly, with a dress. Like you could totally pull it off with a dress, but also casual enough. I wear them all the time. And at this point, whenever I start wearing out my sandals and I'm purchasing a new pair, my old ones become my yard sandals, garden sandals that I do work in. So I have a rotating thing going on, okay? So I have my yard ones, and then I have my better ones that I can wear if I'm going someplace, and keep those nicer longer. Those used to be $25, which, like I said, at Ross, I would get sandals for like under 20 bucks. These are now like 35. So a little bit pricier in my opinion, but it is worth it. And it's just something that I need for support, that my feet aren't killing me by the end of the day, okay? So I'm trying this brand now. This is Kualu. What is up with these names today? Kualu. I got these on Amazon Prime Day. These are normally like $25 and they were $13. I was like, I am going to try these for $13. And I've just worn them around the house so far. They obviously still have the tags on them because I just wanted to try them out. And I do think I'm really going to like them. They feel super comfortable. I think it'll be another good option, because that's one thing that I liked about my cute sandals was I had options and variety. And now I am literally known for wearing these black Teva flip-flops. But at the end of the day, my feet and my back aren't killing me. It is worth it. And those are just some choices that we have to make when we are getting in our 40s, right? So good quality sandals is my next thing. I don't like wearing closed-toed shoes. They hurt my feet. I'm just going to divulge everything. I've had an issue with my toes for a number of years now, and I don't know if that's why I don't like closed-toed shoes, but they just hurt. I am not comfortable. Like if I am going someplace and walking a lot, I will wear my Teva sandals because my feet don't hurt. I've tried tennis shoes. I've tried good quality tennis shoes, and my feet just hurt. I don't know what else to say, but I can last a whole lot longer in sandals than I can in tennis shoes. With that said, last year, I also got a good quality pair of boots. Those are comfortable, and I can wear those for a while and walk around in those. And those don't hurt my feet. I actually did do a half size bigger because of my toes, wondering if that would help. And I think it did. They are super comfortable. That's a side note, but I'm recommending the sandals, not the boots. I have to have some good quality sandals. Okay, so my next items are gonna be my favorite snacks right now. I tend to find something that I really like and will have it a lot until I kind of tire of it. But these are a little bit of an exception because I can't get these at Walmart and I can only find them at Publix. So only whenever I run into Publix, I have to stop and get a bag or two of these. So these are the Quaker Sweet and Spicy Chili Rice Crisp. These are so good. These have totally been eaten out of, so. But I was thinking about for the video, I was gonna buy some new packages to share with you guys, but again, it's not convenient. I haven't been to Publix, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pop up a picture, and then I saw that I actually had an old bag in the pantry. So I was like, I will grab that and share that with y'all. So back in January, I went on a ladies retreat with some ladies from my church. Highly recommend. That would be another favorite item if I could add it real quick. Is a ladies retreat with some really good friends that are going to fill your cup. You know what I mean? Like, just who we spend time with is important, and people who fill you up versus kind of drain you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, at that ladies retreat, people brought their favorite snacks, and also our friend who hosted it and kind of put it all together, she had like every variety of snack available. So I tried some new things. I would have never have picked these up on my own and tried them. The spicy probably would have gotten me. These aren't super spicy. They have a little bit of a kick to it. I struggle with reflux really bad, so I don't eat a lot of spicy things because of that. Anyways, these are so good. And like I said, I would not have ever tried these on my own. But I can only find them at Publix. I'm sure other places have them. But I really like this flavor. They are like $3 something a bag. And you know, it's not a super big bag. So these are my treats that I will get and hide. And also at that ladies retreat, I tried the Sweet Smarts. They are very low in sugar, and it's the sweet fish. And those are a like special thing that I will get from time to time because they're expensive. And those are just for me too, but they are so good. I really like those. So it would be these crispy Rice Crisp sweet and spicy. And then the sweet fish, I will pop up a picture of that because I had them, but I ate them all because they're good. So again, just something for myself that I enjoy. Okay, so you know I have to mention this. And this isn't just one item, it's many items. I absolutely love thrifting. I love a good deal. I love a bargain. I love finding unique pieces or items for a very good price. You know, just something different than what you can get at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Target. Now I love Hobby Lobby, don't get me wrong. But just finding those unique pieces and being able to decorate our home with thrifted finds, I just think it adds a lot of character. I really like adding that character to our home. An example here is, this would probably be my latest, well, no, I got the stools, would be my latest thrift purchase. And those I got for $4.99 each that I will recover. Those were in a previous vlog. But I also got this picture for $3.99. This is a Hobby Lobby picture, and I have seen it for years at Hobby Lobby now. And I've always wanted to buy it, but I never did. And I ended up finding it at a thrift store for $3.99. So saving some money, stretching the budget, and finding some, I mean, maybe not super unique pieces, but I got it at a better deal than Hobby Lobby. Just saying. I just really enjoy decorating our home with thrifted finds. I actually have a thrifted home tour video that I will link in the description box below, to where I just kind of go through all the items in our house and, you know, what it cost. I can remember most of the prices that I got it because, like I said, I just really like a good deal. Like, I'll come home and show it to Nathan. I'm like, look what I got. Guess how much? And eerily enough, he often guesses very, very close to the price. So anyways, it's just something fun. It's a fun hobby. I have, I believe, passed on my love of thrifting to several of my children. They like to go with me, especially Logan. He can find some really good stuff. I don't necessarily like to dig though. I more like surface, but I will see something and it'll jump out at me. So like this, for instance, actually, I just saw a portion of the frame because it was underneath some other stuff and I knew what it was instantly. I was like, that's that picture from Hobby Lobby. I don't know how I knew that, but I did. And so therefore I did dig, and then I found it. I was like, yep. And then I was like, how much is it gonna be? Because thrifting has kind of gotten a little bit pricier than what it used to be. Whenever I flipped it over and saw $3.99, I was like, you are coming home with me. So I really enjoy making our house a home with some unique pieces. Again, I absolutely love Hobby Lobby. I've got several things from Hobby Lobby. That's from Hobby Lobby. In fact, that cross is from Hobby Lobby too, but I got it on clearance for like a few dollars, actually a very long time ago. And that I did have displayed at one point, but it's like cast iron. It's super heavy. And I couldn't find another spot for it, but I hung on to it because I just really liked it, and I am loving it on the door, and it just turned out, you know, neat. So while I've had that cross for a long time tucked away, it's been neat to like use it. So that's why I hang on to stuff, y'all, because eventually it comes around and helps me out. So, but I just really enjoy thrifting and just finding some unique pieces at a great price. Okay, so the last item that I want to share with you guys is a TV show. And I went back and forth about, should I share this? Should I not? Is this silly? But I was like, you know what? I am really enjoying this. And so I want to share it with y'all. And that show is Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I do not always have a show that I'm watching, mostly, you know, during homeschool, but during the summer right now, we're not doing school. So I have some extra time on my hands, and it is something that I have been doing in the evenings to unwind and relax, and I have really been enjoying it. So Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I did not watch it whenever it was originally out. It came out in 1993. So, you know, it's an older show, which I really like the older shows. Just, there's so much more to it than what's on TV today. I know my grandma watched Dr. Quinn, and I believe I saw an episode or two with her, but I did not fully watch the whole thing whenever it was out. So it's on Amazon Prime. It is a really good show. Like I said, I've been really liking it. It's based on just post-Civil War. So just how life was, you know, it's just so interesting. And I tend to like shows in that time period. So it's just something that I have really been enjoying and liking. So that is my list of must-haves of things that I do or use almost every day. just things that kind of help fill me up, make me feel more put together, from, you know, makeup to earrings and things that I enjoy doing. So I hope that you all enjoyed my list. I would love it if you left me in the comments something that you just have to do or have every day, and just something that kind of fills you up. You know, being a mom, we pour out so much, and a wife, to our families. But we also need to take care of ourselves. And so while it might be as simple as a pair of earrings or, you know, a certain pair of shoes, whatever it is, it's important that we take care of ourselves, of things that we also enjoy. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, seeing my list of things. I will have links in the description box below in case y'all are interested in any of those things. And like I said, leave me something in the comments that you enjoy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and we will see y'all in the next video.